Good morning, good people. This is a video to explain more about this idea of two people being in two different relationships. They're trying to be together, but they are in really two different relationships. Um, so this kind of goes along with the other concept that I talked about, relationship features. So what I mean when I say someone, two people are in two different relationships, is that one person is in the relationship and they are doing certain things in service to that relationship or in effort to nurture that relationship. So they may be trying to plan intentional time. They may be claiming the person. They may be giving gifts, if that's one of their things. They may be trying to initiate physical intimacy, right? They may be showing up emotionally for emotional support to the person, right? And so this one person is doing all these things in the relationship. These are the things that they want to do because this is the kind of relationship they want to have with this person, right? But then the other person is not doing any of those things except maybe trying to show up with emotional support and physical intimacy. And that's it. Ultimately, the relationship features that are being displayed don't match. They match on two accounts, but they don't match on the rest of the accounts, right? And so basically, one person is trying to have one type of relationship with that person. The other person is trying to have a different kind of relationship with you, right? So basically, y'all in two different relationships. They in one relationship, you in a different one, because the features are not lining up. The features are those shared activities, components that make up the relationship. That make it that are the actionable components, not the feelings. Like you can be loving somebody to death, but loving them and relating with them to me is two different things. So, if I am claiming you, if I am making intentional time, blocking out time on my calendar for you, if I am showing up for you as an emotional support, if I am wanting us to share and to disclose private things, if I'm sharing and disclosing private things about myself with this person, but they're not doing any of those things with me, or they doing one of those things but not the others, I'm gonna feel cheated. Like I'm pouring into this relationship and this other person is not. And it's not really that they're trying to cheat you. At least I don't think that's what it usually is. Maybe sometimes it might be that, but most of the time I think it's just that folks are showing up in the way they want to show up in that relationship with you. You want something different with them because they, and clearly they want something different than you want. So you're not in the same relationship. You're not in the same relationship with them. So that I think is the issue. Now, what is the reaction, or what's the, how do you recover from that, or how do you deal with that? Well, what I did was this is, of course, most of the shit I say comes from my own experiences, me analyzing and thinking it through. So this shit happened to me many times before I started trying to figure out why do I feel like I'm by myself in these relationships, and this is what I came up with. They want something different. So what did I do? Well, what I did was I looked at the relationship and I decided what parts of this relationship do I want that are in alignment with what this other person wants. And once I identified those things, then I said, okay, is that enough for me? With that person, am I cool with that? Am I okay with having that? You can go. I'm walking outside. It's cars, So I decided, I'm okay. If I'm okay with it, then we can be in that relationship. We can be in that kind of relationship that they're able to show up as. We can do that. And I'll just will cease all the other stuff that doesn't fit. If I'm okay with that. If I want something more with that person, and it's painful for me to continue trying to show up in the ways that in the only of the ways that they show up with me, and I want to show up in different ways with them, and we can't get on the same page, and it's, you know, and it's bothering me, it's painful for me, then I'm just gonna divest shit completely. You know, I'll roll it all the way back to an acquaintanceship or whatever else that is comfortable for me. And that's it. Because ultimately, you cannot change people. You cannot change people. You cannot, and you shouldn't try. You don't want somebody trying to change you or forcing you to change, right? To be in a certain kind of relationship with them. You can't change what they want with you. You just gotta, you know, accept that the things that you want to have in a relationship are valid, but you may not be able to have them. You may not be able to have them with that person. You may have to wait till you find someone who wants the same things with them that you want with them. You know, they want the same things with you that you want with them. So that to me is the way is how I handled it and how it worked out. Basically, that's what it sounds like. If you are claiming someone, for example, and they're not claiming you, y'all not in the same relationship. Y'all not in the same relationship. So somebody needs to work that out. And yes, it's going to make you feel shitty to be doing something in a relationship with someone, trying to implement a relationship feature, and they're not doing it. Ultimately, you're doing it alone, so y'all not in the same relationship. Get in the same relationship. Get in the same relationship with them, or no relationship at all. But whatever the case, shit, don't be walking around unhappy. Life too short for that. Anyway, that's my take on it. Thanks for listening.